understand. Transparency in this trading is not something you see every single day. Everyone appears like, yes, they are making a living out of trading, and everyone wants to feel like everyone needs to show that actually they don't have um tough period in their trading career. I mean, that period is gonna come, but not as a beginner trader for your first 3 years. I'm sorry to say this, but for your first 3 years. But still, though, there are still professional traders that they still face part time. Some of them don't even have a winning year. Now, the question that arises is, if you are a professional trader and you're making a living out of trading, I'm not talking about marketing, I'm not talking about selling courses, I'm not talking about tutoring people that pay you for mentorship program and you make a living out of that, because those numbers too, they add up and you can actually literally make a living out of it. But I'm talking about someone that just trades the market and have other things doing, like maybe you have your 9-to-5 job or something else that you're doing, but you just trade the market or you use this as your bread and butter. You're going to face periods like that, but it's just a fact. And okay, even these people, these are gurus that we see online that they just show us the lifestyle and every single thing. They face that, right? They do face that, but it's just that the money they make from tutoring and they're selling you the lifestyle that you subscribe for, actually you technically fund their lifestyle that they keep selling to you, and they make you believe that they are not facing such period. They are facing it in their trading career. A proof is it's very difficult for you would see a trader that shows you one account that they have managed for an entire year. Now you are a trader like me, you've started already, you've seen the psychological effect that it has on you, you've seen how many accounts you've already blown in your early beginning stage in your trading career, you've seen the difficult moment you've had, you've seen a period of drawdowns, you've seen 1 year, you've been maybe 1 to 2 years in trading, you've not made money, and it's okay, it happens, especially in your beginning trade, at the beginning of your trading career. Now, I spent the last year alone, I went from first to almost the end of second quarter that I didn't make a penny in the market. Now, when I'm talking about making money in the market, I'm not talking about making $1 today and losing it back tomorrow, or making $200 or $1,000 today and I lose it by the end of the week. That's not making money because I gave it back to the market. When we're talking about making money in this market, is you want to close an overall year entirely with a percentage in return in regards to your initial investment. It could be you started that year, like you started it, okay, with what, $5,000. It's hypothetically speaking, right? $5,000. And by the end of the year, if you have a return of 100% return, which is you take $5,000 to $10,000, okay, great. That's actually super dope. Now, look at how I'm being realistic. I said by the end of the year, you want to grow that account to 100%. I didn't say you grow your $5,000 account within the first month to 100%. That is to $10,000 account. No. But I told you that you can take your $5,000 account by the end of the year to $10,000 account. That's actually 100% return to investment. Now, even on Wall Street, there is absolutely no company that does 100% return a year. Those companies sometimes they focus on having what, 10% annual return. But now the difference between you and those hedge fund managers, because they manage millions and billions of dollars. So their 10% annual return could be 10 million to 20 million to $50 million annual return. Now, you can be viewing your annual return on $5,000 investment or a $5,000 capital, and you get like 100 return to investment in a year. I'm still taking 100 return to investment in a year is a lot, but you will reach that point where you will have 100% return in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but you've not yet attained that period, right? You'll get there. But now, these periods takes time. It takes time for you to develop yourself, manifest yourself, discover yourself, your emotions, your psychology, the stuff that you can be using, the period that you'll be comfortable trading. All these things matter. All these things add up. Sometimes you learn all of these things, you think you don't understand anything, but one day it all clicks and it all makes sense. So I spent the first quarter without making a penny, and I was very honest about it. And I think I shared it on the Telegram channel. I get, okay, I've spent the whole first quarter. I've not made $1 in trading. I've maybe ended at drawdown the first quarter or a break even. I don't really recall what I said, but I think yes, in the first quarter I ended in drawdown because I was like making money and losing it, making money and losing it. And it really gets demoralizing sometimes, and you just feel like you're cycling over and over and over again. And sometimes it messes up with your mentality if you have people beside you that it looks like their career is advancing and their life is advancing and they are making profits and you're not making profits. Sometimes you're like, what am I doing with my life, right? And you ask yourself that very often as a trader because you want to be able to disprove the people that made you think that it will be impossible for you to make a living out of trading, which is okay. That is your opinion. I don't have any bad or weird feeling or thoughts about that. I don't really have any problem with that. But you should be focusing more on yourself. You should be focusing on building yourself. It will take some time, it will take some time, but if you were able to make $1 yesterday, you make $2 today, you're progressing slowly. You're not progressing as fast as you would have expected or as fast as you would have thought or wanted to, but you're moving slowly but surely. That's the most important thing. And you're progressing gradually. Now, as you're advancing, I always advise you guys and I always implore you guys to understand one thing in trading. You can be very stuck at trading. You can be very stuck at looking for trade setup. But I tell you what, if you are a good management, like good risk manager, as long as it takes, you're going to make money in this market in one way or the other. Now, what do I mean by that? I think we did a mathematical calculation of this the last time. Your trading strategy can be very, very stuck as 10%, like 20%, 30, 25% to 30% accurate trade setup. But if you can understand that you don't have a good strategy, you want to minimize your risk, you have like $1,000 of capital investment, what lot size do I need to be trading with that $1,000 capital? A micro lot, 0.10 lot, right? You could be taking losses, but those losses are not the kind of losses that you would take if you were using a standard lot that would maybe blow up your $1,000 account, or you will lose even 50% of your initial investment capital on a single trade. But it gives you the time and the possibility for you to be able to, like, I take a loss today, I take a loss tomorrow, I take a loss the day after that, and I take a winning trade. It doesn't really affect my psychology because the money that I lose, that I'm losing, is not really that much that it would affect my psychology. And if it does affect you, I'm sorry to say this, but probably you are not ready for trading because that's the minimum losses that could actually really demoralize you. And if it does affect your psychology, I think you need to rethink what you're doing in the trading media, because you will be taking losses, of course, but you want to be able to manage those losses to the level that it don't affect your or disturb you psychologically. So when you do that, you'll be able to see that, okay, I make losses today, the day after that, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, but my one trade brings me back at break even. Now, within this period, you will notice that you have a losing, like you have like on 10 trades, you are losing like 7 times, but you have just 3 winning trades, but you're still in profit, which means maybe you're up your trading account in 20%. You've increased your trading capital to 20%. That is not bad. If you can do that every single month, even if you have 10 trades and you're losing 7 trades, you have just 3 and you're growing your capital 5% per month. If you can consistently do that 5% per month for 12 months, you're growing. But you might not be growing as fast as you would have wanted to, because the equity that you have doesn't permit you to make those big wins that you wanted to do, that you would have loved to make. But you should understand that you are trading this as a business and you want to cultivate the right trading habit. Because trust me, you can get lucky in trading for months, weeks, even years, even a year, up to a year. Let me not say years, but up to a year. But trust me, when you want to lose all those money back to the market, you will lose it all back because you got lucky those period of time. You never knew what you were doing. You were just gambling, and you're just gambling in the market. You never knew what you were doing. But when the market wants to recorrect itself now you get confused, because it gets like you start behaving and you think your trading strategy is not working, and this is misbehaving, this is acting like this, and you don't understand anything anymore. But when you know what you're doing, those little numbers, imagine you had just, okay, $1 million that you were managing, and you have 10% per month. On a year, it's $1 million. Imagine you had $10 million that you were managing and you're making 10% per month, which means you're making what? $1 million per month. Am I correct? And in a year, you're making what, $12 million. Now, you see that the capital varies, but now, I don't want you guys to cultivate the mentality of trying to put huge capital in the beginning of your trading career because you want to make these numbers add up real quick. But I want you guys to build from ground and take good risks, because sometimes you are not even the one that do it, but you get that urge like, let me tease the market a little bit. I've been trading with this little lot size is boring. You know, I'm not making any money, but yet my trade is accurate, my strategy is working, and I'm building confidence in that trading strategy that I've been trying to build. And sometimes you get over your head and you be like, this thing is working, now I want to over leverage. And that day that you would want to over leverage could be a very bad day. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be because your trading strategy is not working, but market volatility will just do the thing and it will kick you out, and you probably blow up your account or lose 50, if not 80% of your equity. That would really damage you psychologically, because you will start thinking of how you need to build that back to equity first of all before you start seeing some substantial profit out of it. So just to not only the question that the individual that act that question is, it has given us the possibility to diversify our thoughts and be able to elaborate on different approach in the market psychology. And one thing I like about the F.I.P Foundation, or the brand that I'm trying to build, is we are not here to make you think you'll get rich overnight. We are not here to make you feel like trading is a get rich quick scheme, because it's not. And we're here to build the right trading habit and the right trading mentality that it will last long term, and it will yield the revenue that you so long crave for. But you need to submit to time. You need to understand that there are months, there are weeks that you will blow, you will not make money in this market, and there are weeks that you will do, and you will make money that will even cover up the weeks and the months that you didn't make profit in the first place. I didn't make money that first quarter. I didn't make money almost the first 2 quarters. But guess what? I ended 2025 in profit overall. And I still did a good aggressive withdrawal by the end of the year. So it didn't actually stop me from making profit. But being honest actually is also one of the things that will make you, when you find yourself in that same position, you wouldn't feel like I'm a superior being or I'm an invisible person that don't have the same experience. Of course, I don't face the same thing that you guys are facing, but it's just that I've had the experience, and it doesn't really damage my mentality as much as it can damage yours right now. But you would build yourself, you would build your mentality, you will build your market approach in the way you approach the market, and every single thing we add up, and you will mold your psychology to the extent where you will understand these things and see that it'll all make sense. Your trading strategy will align itself. You will submit to time. And please, please, ladies and gentlemen, please stay out of social media, because that's also one of the primary aspects that is actually putting pressure, a lot of psychological pressure on us, because we see maybe someone just bought a new phone. I also need to buy that new phone. As a result of that, I want to increase my lot size. A friend just bought a new car. A friend just moved to a new neighborhood. I want to do the same thing. As a result, you want to move. You want to increase your lot size. Your girlfriend is pissing you off. Your boyfriend is pissing you off. Your girlfriend left you. Now your boyfriend left you. Now you want to, you know, you have something to prove to them, because you want to prove to them that now you're a trader, you're making money out of it. You go and increase your lot size. Remove these behaviors and this mentality in your head, because it'll only ruin you faster than you thought, and it will affect your trading strategy and the way you look at the market, and it will align yourself with your ego to destroy you. But I'm talking about real life cases, because this happened. And, you know, sometimes your girlfriend will leave you. Sometimes, you know, you have a problem with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Sometimes you have your family relatives that are like telling you to quit trading because they don't see you're doing nothing out of it with your life and every single thing, and time's passing by. You know, they don't hate you. They just love you so much that They are seeing that you are not making anything out of it, and they think the only thing or the only option for you to do is for you to bail out. But they don't hate you, they love you after all. And you know, maybe a friend will buy a new car. You feel like your life is not moving ahead and you are still circling the same circle for years, and you know you need to up your lot size. No, take the time that is required. Your moment will come, and when your moment will come, you will shine like no one else did, and you would appreciate yourself for that. You would love yourself for that even more because you submitted to time and you've built the right trading habit that you can use for the next decades and decades and decades and decades to come. But for now, please submit to time. Prevent yourself from these things. You know, if you have people on social media that their sole objective is to make you feel oppressed, like your life is not, please unfollow them. Or just maybe just even mute it or just go out of social media for some time. It'll do you some good. Focus on yourself and building your trading strategy, because there's nothing good as reaping the fruit of your labor. Being able to do that first withdrawal, there's nothing that's very exciting. I remember the last time I did my first withdrawal, I bought this iMac with which I'm doing this Zoom conference with. I mean, I wanted to do something significant with it, and it was what it was like $900. It was $1,000 something, and I bought this first iMac with it. And there's nothing, that feeling, it's not even like the $1,000 was equivalent to the amount of money that I lost in the market, but it was the feeling, the excitement that comes with it. That when you click that withdraw and you feel the money received or come into your phone, it gives you a sense of relief. It gives you a sense of accomplishment, even though it's not where you want to be at, but it gives you a certain level of satisfaction and hope that the best is yet to come, and you will reach to that stage. And when you reach there, one thing also that would affect us, a lot of us, is, you know, because we've managed to reach this level, now we want to start spending recklessly because we have a lot to prove to people. Please don't do that. You know, don't engage in stuff like that. You work your ass, like you work so hard to get to this level. Don't spend money recklessly. Don't go, because imagine you spend money recklessly and the next month it's a bad money. Imagine you spend money recklessly, and then you just made maybe your first $100,000 a year, and you go and move into a new neighborhood which is really expensive. Maybe you took like what, $10,000 for your rent only, and then you know you need to furnish the apartment, you need to do this, like you do a lot of expenditures. Don't do that. Just the first year, even if you're profitable for the first year, keep your money, you work hard so much to get to that level. You don't want to start back from zero. Save as much as you can, live an average life. Yes, I'm not saying you should not travel. Please yourself once in a while. Do some one or two things that actually pleases you. You know, do those things, but don't overspend and don't do some kind of reckless thing. Don't do that. Just because there's always a rainy day. There's always a bad quarter. There's always a bad year that will come, and you need to be ready for that year. You need to live a certain standard of living that you know that with the finances that you have now, you can live that same level for the next 10 years. You don't have any problem with that. Don't go living recklessly, and in 2, 3 years, you're bankruptcy. And that's what it's actually affecting a lot of you today in our society, especially in Cameroon, because we want to be seen. We don't want to live for others. We want people to see us that we're making money. We want people to say that we're the ballers, you know. We want to attract girls and stuff like that. But even the woman that will love you, that want to marry you, when she'll get into your life, she'll ask you to stop all of those things, because it's drawing on unwanted attentions. And in as much as you're doing it for clout or for whatever reason it is that you're doing it, it might cause you more harm than good. And we've seen a lot of youth lost their life like that because it caused them more harm than good, and exposes them a lot, and now they become a target. It's not everyone that likes your success. It's not everyone that is happy that you're winning and they are not winning. And we should love ourselves more. So that is that. I don't know if anyone else have something else to add before we close out today. And we'll see ourselves on Friday, same time. I'm very happy we had this space. We had a lot of conversation, a lot of things to talk about, and I hope this last video was really of help. Mr. Hans, raise your hand, please unmute yourself. You can speak.
Yeah, good evening, guys.
Good evening, brother.
I remember on Friday we were talking about correlation between DXY and USD related pairs,
Yeah.
where you're saying, for example, the case of DXY and USD JPY, if DXY is if DXY is dropping, yeah, you're saying, for example, if DXY is dropping, USD JPY should be dropping. And I was saying, in my perspective, DXY is like the dollar index, which means
DXY is not like
wherever
DXY is not like DXY is dollar index, of course. And most of the time when DXY
good,
is dropping, any pair that is correlated with the dollar also would be dropping unless it's the pair, unless the beginning pair that is the beginning pair like Euro US that would be doing the reverse of dollar index.
yeah, because I was saying that correlation is somewhat like, I don't know if there are math guys here, but it's like inverse relation and like indirect relation and direct relation. Because Euro USD drops when DXY is pumping because actually the dollar is buying. So the dollar has to be buying whatever end. Now, if I take the example for USD CAD, for example,
Yeah.
if DXY is buying, USD CAD should be buying, right? Because the dollar is buying.
Yeah,
But
of
you were
course.
saying, but you were saying USD JPY is supposed to be selling. That's where I got a little confused because, as per my understanding,
Sometimes you could like most of the times when I even want to trade these days, I don't even use I don't even use dollar index, but I use USD dollar against maybe AUD USD or gold because they're inversely correlated. Now, if dollar index is selling, USD JPY should be selling, USD CAD should be selling, USD Swiss dollar should be selling. Now, on this example that we're explaining, they don't respect themselves 100% of the time. Sometimes when DXY is buying, you see all the market is rallying at the same time. Now there's something actually happening in the market. And that's the period of time where you could be seeing DXY is buying, but you should be expecting a drop maybe in Euro USD, but Euro USD start rallying above as well. So what is going on? It is actually institutionally sponsored because something is going on that is trying to drive liquidity or bring liquidity in the market and creating a little bit of confusion. And most of the times within this period, it's not advisable to be in the market, but to wait for the market to subside itself and come back to its normal behavior for you to be able to trade if you don't know what you're doing. But if you know what the market is doing and understand the market behavior at the current state where that thing or those behaviors are unfolding, feel free and be my guest to execute those trades. But if you don't understand what is going on, I would highly advise and recommend you stay out of the market. Missing one single trading opportunity will not make you like not become consistent. We're profitable for an entire year. And those same opportunities will present themselves over and over and over again. Mr. Boris, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, frère Rose, comment, bonsoir.
Je suis là, membre. Il y a la forme, frère.
Il y a la forme, frère, il y a la forme.
Merci beaucoup pour ton temps et les vidéos et toutes les leçons.
Non, non, je vous en prie, gars, c'est le moins que je puisse faire.
Merci beaucoup, frère.
So, I would like us to end this call. This is being recorded as well. And I will drop this to video on the Telegram channel as well. And feel free to share it, with whomsoever or re-listen it if you didn't understand anything. And all of our classes, right? What I'm doing is all of these free mentorship classes, what I'm doing right now is I'm creating folders of all of it. And by the end of these mentorship program, maybe from now to June, I'll have a folder of all of these videos that if any one of you need, I would give it to you for you to share it with your friends or go through it whenever it is that you want. Or I will start uploading one after the other on our YouTube channel for those who need to be rewatching it. It'll be up there for you to be watching it every stream. I don't know how many times you want to be watching it, just go there and watch it. So that is actually the objective for this.
Okay, thank you so much for today. I think it would be
Thank you.
better if you upload it so that it can be easily accessible to anybody.
Okay, I'll do. Then thank you guys for being here today. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone, and take care of yourself and don't over leverage in your trading. Be very cautious on how you trade, and see you guys on Friday.